TGIF. Happy Friday, my YouTube friends and family. This is Lindsay, and I am back with more daily work from home job leads for you. Now, not every day is going to have the most exciting job leads. I did, for today's video, throw in quite a few customer service jobs that are phone-based, because I know most people are looking for non-phone, so that's what I try to cater what I share throughout the week with. But sometimes customer service is the way to get in if you just need something to work from home. We do have a non-phone customer service job, though, that is answering emails and those website chats, paying $70,000 a year. We even have some data entry, healthcare data entry, and another healthcare position like releasing medical records. So hopefully I have a mixed bag today, a little bit of a something for everyone. As always, links, timestamps, all additional information you need to get to any of the pages that I share, put those applications in, navigate around this video, can always be found in the YouTube description box below the video. I do just ask that if you enjoy anything that I share, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up, like button, and of course, if you know anybody who could benefit from these, please share with them. Now, first up, we have Harley Davidson, the motorcycle company, hiring. They have 1,700 reviews from past and current employees, an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.2 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a representative for their collections department. Now, of course, this is remote for the United States. Everything that I'm sharing is for the United States only. That's where my expertise lies. Now, this is a full-time position, and they are looking for somebody to basically collect on past due accounts. So you're going to be responsible for collecting on these delinquent accounts through telephone or written correspondence if necessary. Most of it's going to be done through phone. So you're using like an automated dialer type phone, making outbound phone calls. And when they pick up, hopefully they pick up. You know, a lot of people ignore those phone calls these days. Cell phones tell you it's potentially spam or whatever. But if they actually pick up, you will talk to them. You are trying to resolve basically their past due account. So they've probably financed motorcycles or something through Harley Davidson. They're not making their payment, and so you are trying to collect payment from them. And if you cannot get in touch with them, you will do help do research, skip tracing, find out where the vehicle is located so that you can send like a tow company out to repossess the vehicle. So you do have to understand and adhere to like Fair Debt Collection Practices Act and the laws that surround collection practices for past due debts. But you'll also be processing payment reallocations, moving money around on their accounts, or fee balance waivers if necessary. No college degree is needed, just a high school diploma or GED, somebody who has 2 years of customer service or collections experience. So as long as you've got customer service experience, you're good here. So a lot of these jobs that I'm sharing, even though you might not want to do phone-based customer service, if all you have is customer service experience from where you've worked in like restaurants or retail, it's one way to get your foot in the door, work remote, and get some other skills like tech skills and stuff to then qualify for other jobs. But you've just got to be detail oriented, be a critical thinker, and of course be able to work in that fast-paced environment. Now, pay is listed all the way down at the bottom. It's anywhere from $37,800 a year up to $56,800 a year. Next up, we have Comcast hiring. Comcast has 18,000 reviews with an overall rating of 3.8 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a virtual inbound sales representative. This is, again, full-time remote for the United States, but it is going to be a sales-based job. The basis of the job is you're going to be responsible for promoting and selling Comcast's company products and services. That's both current and future, coming on like emerging products. You're really just going to own that customer experience, think and act in a way that puts customers first, be enthusiastic about learning and using and advocating game-changing technology products. So you are basically just trying to convince people, persuade people to either keep their Comcast service or to sign up for Comcast service. This is a sales position. Now, because of that, pay is going to be a little bit different. They're paying a base rate of $14.50 an hour, and then you also get commission based on those sales. They estimate that the total hourly rate would work out to $22.67 an hour, but again, that's going to be dependent on how much you can actually get people to sign up and sales. Now, their hours of operation are Sunday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to midnight, so you're going to have to work multiple different shifts. Sometimes you'll have a day shift, sometimes you might have a night shift. You might also be working weekends. But as far as what they require, not much, just a high school diploma or GED and 0 to 2 years of some kind of relevant work experience. And of course, with this, customer service, sales, any kind of experience like that will do. Now, if you're looking to do email and chat customer support, we have a company called MagicSchool AI hiring. Please note they only have 19 reviews from past and current employees, so always do your own research on any companies before giving them your personal information. I always stress that. They have a 4.9 out of 5-star rating though. They are looking for a digital customer success specialist. This is remote, full-time for the United States. Pays anywhere from $70,000 a year up to $100,000 a year. One thing I do want to quickly note about this, all the way down towards the bottom, they do state that applications will be accepted through March 3rd. Right now it's March 7th, so we're a few days past that, but they are still accepting applications at the moment. You can go through the whole application and the submit button. So if you're interested in this one, I would advise you to get that application in very quickly. Pause this video, go get your application in, and then come back to the rest of them, because I can't promise how much longer they're actually going to leave this up and accept those applications. So MagicSchool is on the front line for schools and different school districts to use different AI technology and tools. And so they are really looking for somebody to help them learn and start using MagicSchool's platform and AI tools. So your job is going to be guiding those new customers that are signing up for the first time through the onboarding process to get all of their stuff set up and going, answer any questions about the products and services that they have, and provide that hands-on assistance with the platform. So you will be serving as the primary point of contact for customer questions through email, through that website online chat, and then you might also have to do some virtual meetings. Virtual meetings would be like Zoom calls, WebEx calls, like FaceTime type calls, things like that, so that you can really just talk them through and help them. If the email and chat, word, text kind of thing is not really flowing right, sometimes it's better to talk to someone and explain something verbally than through written word. Sometimes things are just easier to understand that way. But outside of just answering customer questions, you're going to contribute your own ideas to help improve the onboarding resources that are given to customers, like tutorials, videos, self-service guides. So you might also help in creating some user guides or user instruction manuals. Now, no college degree is needed for this one, just 1 to 2 years of experience in some kind of customer support or customer facing role, great communication skills, strong organizational skills. They do want somebody who has a passion for education and basic data usage, data analytics skills. Speaking of data, we have a healthcare company that's hiring someone to kind of enter some data. Symbria is hiring. They have 133 reviews with an overall rating of 3.6 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a remote data entry technician. Now, a few things to note about this. The primary purpose of this position is going to be computer data entry of prescription orders and medical records, but the hours are 3 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. and then alternating 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Monday through Friday, every other Saturday, Sunday, 3 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. So it's not a daytime shift, it's more of a second shift. And they're only hiring in certain states. Those states are listed right here. It looks like Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, is that Massachusetts, Minnesota, Missouri, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Wisconsin. Excuse me if I got any of those wrong. It's still really early in the morning here, and I have not had all my coffee yet. But they are looking for somebody to contact doctors' offices as needed to refill authorizations for prescriptions and then enter those into the computer system so that they can get filled for the patients. So you're contacting clients for verification of orders and then processing all new and refill prescription orders. So this is going to require some phone work, even though you're doing a lot of data entry of these medication orders into the system. You're opening orders as needed and verifying eligibility, proof of input prescriptions while maintaining productivity quality standards. So you're going to have to enter so many orders, like an hour a day, it looks like. Of course, you're documenting everything you're doing into the system, just providing backup support to other pharmacies groups as needed. Only requires a high school diploma or GED and a pharmacy technician license or certifications per whatever state requirement. So if you live in a state that requires you to have some kind of certification, that will be needed. Otherwise, they're just looking for somebody who can do data entry, navigate around a computer, and be flexible with those hours that you work. Now, sadly, they did not list pay in the job description. That will need to be discussed with them at the interview. But as far as an estimate goes, a data entry technician is said to make anywhere from $37,000 a year up to $47,000 a year. Staying in the healthcare realm, next up we have Verisma Systems hiring. They have 85 reviews, that overall rating of 3.1 out of 5 stars. And they are looking for a remote release of information specialists. This means working with those medical records. You're basically processing the medical records release of information. So a lot of times when you go into the doctor, you fill out forms about who can access your medical records, whether they can be released, and you can list people like your parents, or if you have older children, like your children, things like that. And there's always a box on there that says that you have to check, or whatever, that says for payment or processing for your insurance, you have to allow like release of certain medical records to your insurance company if they're needed for processing your claims. So sometimes you will not put anybody on those forms and it just be for the insurance company. But like me, I always make sure like my parents or someone, whoever would be next of kin to me if something happened to me, could access my medical records and make decisions for me if something were to happen and I could not make my own decisions. But of course, there's HIPAA laws around all of this. And so before you can just, if somebody is requesting medical records, before you can just send them out, you have to verify that they are allowed to access those medical records. And so that's what this job is. It's just processing those requests for medical records in a timely manner, making sure that you follow all those HIPAA guidelines. So you're organizing records, documenting that process into the system. You're reading and interpreting the medical records forms and authorizations, and just making sure, double checking that the valid authorization for the request is on file before you release those medical records over to the person requesting them. Only requires a high school diploma or GED. They prefer a RHIT certification, but that is not required for this one. They want somebody who has experience either like in office work, clerical work, or some kind of medical records experience navigating around computer systems using like those Microsoft Office systems, somebody who can follow HIPAA guidelines. Now, pay for this one is anywhere from $17 an hour up to $19 an hour. Now, next up, we have Holland America Cruise Line hiring. They have 896 reviews, and overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.6 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a guest relations representative, again, remote for the United States. So Holland America is looking for somebody to research their guest and travel professional letters, emails, and phone calls that come in regarding any questions or inquiries that their customers have, as well as handling those complaints and appraises and communicating them with the correct company personnel. So like when people have been on a Holland America cruise, they might have a complaint about something that happened on board while they was on the cruise ship. They might also have like a praise for some employee that went above and beyond to make sure that their trip was really special, and they want to make sure that that employee gets recognized. So some people do send in not only complaints but good letters or good phone calls just recognizing an employee. And so you are kind of doing the research into all of of that and making sure those messages get to where they need to go. Of course, if they're asking any questions about their cruise, you will answer those questions, give them all the information that you can. So you will interpret the company policies regarding guest complaints and determine if compensation is warranted for those complaints. So if someone is calling in or sending an email and complaining about maybe a meal they had on board or some kind of experience they have, if they paid for that experience or should get like some kind of a refund or compensation, maybe you give them like free vouchers to have another cruise sometime, whatever it is, you get to make those decisions. So you're processing responses for guest and travel feedback, just maintaining all kinds of professional relationships. One thing to note about this position, though, is that the training will be Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're outside of that time zone, convert your hours. But once you get through the training, the working hours will be between 6 a.m. and 5 p.m. Pacific Time. So a little bit early if you're in that Pacific Standard Time zone. If you're outside of the time zone, again, it might not be quite as early for you. They are looking for somebody who has at least 1 year of experience in a contact center, customer service, somebody who can learn and have knowledge of like Holland America product lines, what kind of cruises and different things they offer, somebody who can be organized, be a multitasker, type at least 40 words per minute. No college degree is needed, though. Pay for this one is anywhere from $16.35 an hour up to $22.07 an hour. If you've made it to the end of this video, I owe you a huge thank you so much for watching and supporting me. I hope everyone has a fabulous weekend ahead, and I'll be back really soon with more work from home job leads just for you.